WrestleMania 32. What is the first word that comes to mind when you think of WrestleMania 32? First word that I think of, and it's a word I throw around very, very loosely. Everywhere that I am, on my channel, on my iTunes podcast, I throw it around very loosely. And that word is failure. WWE has given us nothing but failure on the road to WrestleMania. WrestleMania 32 is shaping up to be a creative failure. That's the easiest way for me to describe my feelings of WrestleMania 32. Now, let's look at certain instances on the road to WrestleMania and figure out why the word failure is the perfect word to use when describing WrestleMania 32. Triple H is the WWE Champion. Failure. Not giving the hot hand, Dean Ambrose, the WWE Championship. Failure. Continuing to push Roman Reigns as a babyface, having him get booed in every city that he walks into, and having him be nothing but a coward in most situations, up until recently, where WWE thinks that we're just going to forget what happened at the Royal Rumble and forget what happened all the other fucking times that he was mentioning beanstalks and potato tots and suffering succotash. Failure. Not booking the Wyatt family correctly and giving Bray Wyatt a meaningful match at WrestleMania 32. Failure. The League of Nations. Failure. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Failure. Booking the Intercontinental Championship with 2 weeks left to go on a WrestleMania build with 6 weeks in total. Failure. Must I continue? You guys get my point. Hopefully you guys get the overall grand scheme of what I am discussing here. WrestleMania 32 is shaping up to be a creative failure. And I've thrown that word around quite often throughout the year talking about WWE because I am a frustrated WWE fan. WrestleMania will be successful. WrestleMania will break records. WrestleMania will make a ton of money for WWE and the state of Texas. This is without question. But deep down, the creative booking and the passion for what WrestleMania is now easily trumped by its entertainment factor, the fact that WWE wants to make it bigger than the Super Bowl, the fact that WWE is, placing this as a sporting event instead of giving us fucking substance. There's nothing on this card worth talking about. There's nothing on this card that will be remembered for years to come. And I might be speaking on that a little bit too early. I have no idea what's going to happen at WrestleMania. For all I know, WrestleMania could be one of the greatest shows that we ever see. But from what I see right now on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, WWE creatively seems to want to get through WrestleMania as quick as possible because they know they have not done a good job. Seems to me that they're throwing in the white towel, they're waving the white flag, they're surrendering because they know that they failed with creative booking in many, many instances for WrestleMania. Seriously. I don't know what else to tell you guys. WrestleMania, as far as I'm concerned, outside of everything else that makes WrestleMania what it is, creatively, is the most important thing to me. I don't give a shit how many people sit in attendance. I don't give a shit how many records that they break. I don't give a shit how many Roman Reigns t-shirts that they fucking sell at concessions. I don't care. I don't give a shit what the ratings are on Monday night. All I want is a WWE product that makes logical fucking sense. Have we gotten that? No, we have not. And a lot of these people, it makes me fucking ill. It really does. It makes me sick to see WWE's YouTube page. It makes me sick to see WWE's Instagram and all these goons. Seriously, all these goons praising WWE and praising Roman Reigns and the job well done. I mean, what are you watching? What are you watching here? Seriously, do you know what I feel like? I feel like one of those kids in those Final Destination movies where they just sit in a fucking car or on a roller coaster or on an airplane and you're seeing the premonition happen before it actually happens. This is what I feel like. I'm sitting here and I'm sitting in front of my TV with a cold beer watching Monday Night Raw each and every fucking Monday. And I'm seeing the premonition of a fucking plane crash. I'm seeing the premonition of a roller coaster flying off its tracks, killing everybody on board. I see nothing but back-to-back traffic. Cars back-to-back on a highway. And a huge tractor-trailer just leveling everything on a highway. Those are all the Final Destination movies. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I see this disaster heading to me, and there's nothing I can do. Death will get you. And Roman Reigns and this WWE Championship booking, and the fact that WWE wants this match to go on last, this is the death of WrestleMania. Seriously. This is going to be a nightmare, a colossal disaster, a train wreck for WWE. Roman Reigns, out of everything that I mentioned, has been the biggest failure on the road to WrestleMania. How anybody can get behind him as a face is absolutely out of their mind. Roman Reigns needs to be in a villain role. Do you know what it's going to be like when Roman Reigns goes into WrestleMania and that match closes the show? 100,000 people are going to boo him out of their seats. Out of the building. Nobody will accept him. He will never be accepted as a face. He hasn't been accepted by a face. And I don't understand why WWE thinks going into WrestleMania things are going to be different. Triple H has been cutting magnificent promos on Monday Night Raw and on SmackDown leading up to this match. He is playing his role as the villain. Will he be rolling into WrestleMania as the villain? Of course not. He's going to be rolling into WrestleMania, especially with NXT Dallas TakeOver taking place on Friday. And everybody knows by now Triple H is, the one that is in creative control of NXT. He's going to go into WrestleMania as a face. People know. This is the smartest fucking crowd all year for any pay-per-view. You think you're going to go in there and try to sway their opinion on Roman Reigns? Absolutely not, WWE. And this is why now there's reports coming out from Dave Meltzer that Roman Reigns is planning on turning heel on Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. This should have been 8 months in the making. This should have happened back at Survivor Series. This should have happened when Roman Reigns won the WWE Championship at Survivor Series. Have him turn his back on Dean Ambrose. And have Dean Ambrose go into WrestleMania and have him be built up as the number one face. And have them collide at WrestleMania for the WWE Championship. But what the hell do I know? What do I know? Now, instead of watching WrestleMania and enjoying it, I'm going to watch WrestleMania and laugh, patting myself on the back, laughing, and telling everybody on Twitter and YouTube, listen, I was right. I was right, and I knew this was coming. I seen this coming from a mile away. Final destination. This is WWE's final destination, and it's going to end in an ugly fashion. Trust me. As far as WrestleMania 32 goes, nothing on this show even remotely excites me, except for the fact that Shane McMahon is going into Hell in a Cell, and it's probably the most unpredictable Hell in a Cell match since the classic Foley versus Taker at Hell in a Cell, King of the Ring. This is going to be unbelievable, and if there's one match that is going to close the show, it's going to be this one. Now, normally, when I discuss the WWE Championship and having that match close a pay-per-view, normally I agree with that being the most important thing in the company. The WWE Championship is the most important thing of the company. Not on this night. Not on this night. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't give a shit what match is taking place for the WWE Championship. The fact that Roman Reigns is a failure, the fact that Roman Reigns has been given creative garbage making him a failure. The fact that Vince McMahon and Kevin Dunn and everybody else in WWE is so disconnected from their audience. The fact that Triple H has a big fucking ego and wants this match to go on last merely because he is in the main event. The fact that the build for this match has been piss poor. You cannot put this match in the main event. If you do, it will be a failure. This is why I do not agree, for the first time in a long time, that the WWE Championship at WrestleMania is not the most important thing. To me, logically, Hell in a Cell, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker needs to close this show. The way WWE has even gone about this has been a failure. A lot of loopholes, a lot of things that don't make sense. It seems like WWE pasted this shit together in fucking 3 minutes. It doesn't even feel like a big feud at WrestleMania. It's got a big match feel, but the storyline does not feel big. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, the WWE Championship is second best at WrestleMania. Why? Because what's more important is Shane McMahon taking control of Monday Night Raw. This has some real-life element and storyline element as well in this storyline. Everything that Shane McMahon has said to us about WrestleMania and about this match and about the WWE product is 100% true. He is speaking on behalf of the fans within WWE storyline context, okay? What he's saying is true, but it's merely being said for storyline. And that's what makes the best storylines, when true statements and true feelings and true sentiments from the fans are incorporated in a storyline, and that's exactly how we feel, and that's transcribed on television, coming from a performer's mouth. That's when it's best. That's when it's best. And being that the company is in the shithole it's in right now, and Shane McMahon has a chance to pretty much take over Monday Night Raw, that's where the WWE Championship is most frequently shown on Monday Night Raw. It definitely makes it second best when you think about it. The control of Monday Night Raw, the control of the company, the flagship show being run by someone who is not Vince McMahon and the Authority, or a WWE Championship match that's been given piss poor booking, a failing Roman Reigns character, and a COO who is pretty much semi-retired, who hasn't really defended the title since he won it at the Royal Rumble. He's fought here and there simply to shake off ring rust, but he really hasn't defended the WWE Championship. He hasn't been in any major storylines leading up to the WWE Championship match, aside from Dean Ambrose, and that was pretty much a 2-week thing, you know? So, to me, the Hell in a Cell needs to main event WrestleMania. How do I think it's going to go? I honestly think this can swing 3 different ways. This is an open book, and what I would have happen here is I would have a special guest referee. Fantasy booking here, people. Fantasy booking here. I've mentioned this on my Off the Script podcast. Shawn Michaels is announced as the special guest referee. Okay? How I would have this happen is Michaels is the referee, and after years and years of resentment that The Undertaker retired him at WrestleMania 26, with WrestleMania 25 being the greatest WrestleMania match of all time. Yes. Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 25 probably is the greatest match ever, period. But at WrestleMania, it is number 1 in the history of that event. Come WrestleMania 26, Undertaker retires Shawn Michaels. He goes on from WrestleMania 26 all the way through 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Now we come to WrestleMania 32. Now he's appointed as the special guest referee. So, as a way to get back at Vince McMahon, as a way to stick it to Vince McMahon, and at the same time, a way to stick it to The Undertaker, why not have Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee, super kick The Undertaker's head off, and in the meantime, get his revenge on The Undertaker and give Shane McMahon control of the company? That could be one instance as well. That's just creative booking on my behalf. Let me know what you guys think about that. Another thing we could see is Sting. Sting has pretty much come out and pretty much reinstate himself as not retired. He rebutted against TMZ and said that whatever TMZ is not true, that he's not retired. He would like to be back in the ring. He wants to try and make a comeback. He wants his match with The Undertaker. We could see Sting. We could see Sting at WrestleMania 32, but does Vince McMahon want to take a risk on Sting? Does Vince McMahon want to pretty much get people excited about a possible match between Taker and Sting at WrestleMania 33 1 year out? You know, we don't know what can happen in 1 year. He took a gamble on that with John Cena and The Rock. booking that match 1 year in advance. John Cena could have been injured. The Rock could have been hurt on a movie set. Nobody knows. That's a huge gamble, especially with Sting, who's 57 years old. Especially with Undertaker, who's 51 years old. You don't know what type of, scenarios are going to happen throughout the year leading up to WrestleMania 33. I know people still want to see it. It does make sense. Double retirement. WrestleMania 33 will be the Undertaker's 25th WrestleMania. Sting could go out. Undertaker could go out at the same time. Boom. And it could be a fucking memory that would last forever. Undertaker versus Sting, double retirement. Taker goes into the Hall of Fame that same weekend. That's also a possibility. We could see John Cena return. We could see John Cena come back from injury and have him be a factor in, pretty much he's the face of the company. The company could swing in the balance based on John Cena's decision. Of course, he's the number one guy in the company. It could all come down to what John Cena thinks is best, and he could have a hand in that match in determining what the outcome is going to be. We could see the Bullet Club. We could see Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows. We could see Finn Balor at WrestleMania. Who the hell knows? They could be the outsiders hired by Shane McMahon in this new rebranding of WWE. A lot of these things could happen. We have 1 week left to go before WrestleMania, so don't say that none of this could happen, because none of us know what's going to happen. I'm just throwing ideas out at you. What I'm trying to tell you is that this match will end in a screwjob fashion. This match will end in a complete clusterfuck of an ending, which we will get some type of outcome out of. I don't know who's going to win, but if I had to put my money on it, and I know the stipulation is with The Undertaker losing, this will be his last WrestleMania. There's ways around that as well. Shane McMahon can win this match and simply reinstate The Undertaker following WrestleMania on Monday Night Raw, coming out and saying, listen, you were doing something for my father against your will. I'm going to reinstate you. And, we could see something happen on Monday Night Raw. Who the hell knows? I'm going with Shane McMahon. Change is needed. They're talking about a brand split, which I talked about very frequently. I don't think a brand split is the right idea right now, and for many, many reasons. I don't need to go into that. If you guys want to check that out, it's on my channel. It really is. I don't need to explain to you why a brand split right now, especially with Monday Night Raw being 3 hours, is the right idea. It's fucking a terrible idea. No brand split, but I'm going with Shane McMahon winning this match. We need new blood on Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw with the Authority running shit and Vince McMahon running shit. Things need to change. We need to freshen up Monday Night Raw, and WWE as a whole needs to hit the reset button. I think Shane McMahon winning this match, reinstating The Undertaker on Monday Night Raw, is probably the best decision right now. Whatever storylines that want to come out of Monday Night Raw with Shane McMahon, Triple H, and Vince McMahon, it'll be interesting to see, but a huge reset button needs to be hit. I'm going with Shane McMahon in the upset due to outside interference by somebody or some other source. And yes, I do believe Shane McMahon is going off the Hell in a Cell. I think we will see, this is just a prediction, I think we will see Shane McMahon take a Mick Foley-type bump at WrestleMania. Why the hell not? 100,000 people. He's done worse before. And in front of WrestleMania, Shane McMahon is going to put it all on the line. And I honestly think he's going off Hell in a Cell. That's just my prediction on that. Shane McMahon will win Hell in a Cell. Now, Roman Reigns versus Triple H. Honestly, I couldn't care less about this match. I really don't give a shit at all. Triple H, Roman Reigns more than likely will win the WWE Championship. It honestly makes sense for him to win. They've been building this up. Roman Reigns right now, nothing more than a paper champion. This will be his third reign in as many months. It's fucking pathetic. Roman Reigns winning the WWE Championship and turning heel on everybody at Monday Night Raw, betraying Dean Ambrose. I think it makes sense. I think it's the way to go. And every good villain, or every face of the WWE, I should say, every proposed face, every face that WWE wants to make the number one guy in the company, all those guys went through a villain phase. Everybody. Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, The Rock, The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan went through a villain phase before turning heel again, or before turning face again. It happens, man, and it's necessary. Roman Reigns will win the WWE Championship. Roman Reigns will and must turn heel on Monday Night Raw. And he must turn heel on Monday Night Raw because if you think about it, John Cena, Cesaro, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins all coming back as faces. There's no way Seth Rollins is coming back as a heel. There's no way John Cena's turning heel. There's no way Cesaro's coming back as a heel. There's no way Randy Orton's coming back as a heel. So how many fucking heels do you have on Monday Night Raw? None. You have none. Right now, Roman Reigns is a face. You need to turn Roman heel, and you need to have Roman go against all those guys coming back as a babyface. I think it's going to make sense creatively and for Roman Reigns' character. Heel Roman is what's best for business. Divas Championship, Charlotte versus Becky versus Sasha. Sasha Banks is going to win this. She's going to be crowned the new Divas Champion, and we will see Charlotte and Sasha feud over the title going into SummerSlam, where I honestly think Bayley at some point within the next 4 or 5 months is going to be called up to the main roster because she deserves it, and the women's division in WWE honestly needs to be turned upside down, and something really major needs to happen. Sasha Banks will win this match, and I can only hope that Sasha wins this match and dumps the Divas Championship and turns it into the Women's Championship of old. One can hope, one can dream. I doubt that's going to happen, but Sasha Banks is going to win this match at WrestleMania. We will have a new Divas Champion. Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. Again, this match to me doesn't really excite me. The match itself is going to be fantastic. It's going to be spectacular. I understand that, and I'm excited to see what happens within the match. I just don't care for the build. I really don't care for the storyline leading up to this. It really doesn't make any sense. Brock Lesnar has been reported wanting Bray Wyatt instead of Dean Ambrose, but now he's stuck with Dean Ambrose, being that we are 1 week away from Mania. A lot of rumors going around this match, being that it is a no-holds-barred match, that Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family will now be interfering in this match to set up Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar for SummerSlam in Brooklyn. A lot of people are stating that Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family are set for a major push for the entire group following WrestleMania. Whether that means a WWE Championship run, a feud with Roman Reigns, I don't know. I don't know what's happening here, but it does make sense. WWE abandoned the Bray Wyatt, Brock Lesnar thing at the Royal Rumble. They took that and pretty much scrapped that and put him in a feud with Dean Ambrose, saying that Dean Ambrose ruined Brock Lesnar's chances at the WWE Championship at Fastlane in that triple threat match. Okay, so did Roman Reigns. So they did away with the Brock Lesnar thing. They did away with the Bray Wyatt thing. And they saved this match for Roadblock, which in turn, again, made no sense because those two guys didn't have any interaction with one another. And then by the time Roadblock came, Bray Wyatt wasn't even in the match, and Luke Harper was pretty much the sacrificial lamb for the Wyatt family. And then it came out that Bray Wyatt had a back injury, and they didn't want to risk injury, and they didn't want to risk booking Bray Wyatt again in a loss. So they saved it. And they're giving the Wyatt family this match to interfere. And I'm going with Dean Ambrose. I think Dean Ambrose is going to win this match because of the Wyatt family's interference. I think Bray Wyatt is going to cost Brock Lesnar his match against Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania, and that's going to set up Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar into the summer months, and we are going to get that match at SummerSlam. So Dean Ambrose is going to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. The third annual Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit, honestly. This match is hopefully taking place on the pre-show. Who am I going with to win this match? Well, if you want the Wyatt family to have some type of major push here, and you want Bray Wyatt to come out looking like a stud, ruining Brock Lesnar's chances against Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania, well, the only thing logical is to have Braun Strowman win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. How many different fucking Battle Royals does the Big Show need to win? Seriously, what does this Battle Royal even do for anybody? Nothing. If I was in creative control, this Battle Royal and this concept would be scrapped. Money in the Bank would be back at WrestleMania. Kevin Owens would be going one-on-one with Sami Zayn. And you would take the Money in the Bank pay-per-view month and you would insert King of the Ring into that month. Again, that's just what I would do. Money in the Bank needs to be at WrestleMania. That is a WrestleMania tradition. That is a tradition and a match more people would like to see. And especially now where WWE does not have a plan B when it comes to Roman Reigns. If they wanted to give Roman Reigns the title, and if they wanted to go to a plan B, there you have it. Money in the Bank. You don't have a Seth Rollins this year, Vince. You don't have a Money in the Bank this year, Triple H. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? It's going to be up to the creative team to get through this on their own without a Money in the Bank winner. Money in the Bank needs to be at WrestleMania. I never understood why they got rid of that idea and concept from this pay-per-view. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal does absolutely nothing for anybody. Nothing. It should not even be on the card, and honestly, I am not excited about it whatsoever. Braun Strowman will win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The Dudley Boys versus the Usos. Who gives a shit? Honestly, I'm going with the Dudleys. Why? Because they turned heel, and it just makes sense. I mean, who the fuck are the Usos? Seriously. Dudleys will beat the Usos at WrestleMania. Doesn't really matter. The storyline makes no sense to me. It's nothing but two mediocre teams going at it. Not WrestleMania worthy. That's just my honest opinion on that. Dudleys will beat the Usos at WrestleMania. Battle for Tag Team Supremacy. This is not for the WWE Tag Team Championships as reported this past week. New Day. All 3 members of the New Day will take on all 4 members of the League of Nations. Again, this feud has been nothing but bickering on both teams' behalf. New Day getting a beatdown from the League of Nations. The League of Nations losing to the New Day every chance that they get. Now it's a battle for Tag Team Supremacy. The League of Nations mean nothing to nobody. Seriously, these guys were mediocre solo, and now put them together, they're nothing more than scrubs. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody wants to see them on TV. Nobody takes them seriously. And I'm glad that this is not for the Tag Team Championships. I'm glad that this is not for the titles. Why? Because my vision of the WWE Tag Team titles is the New Day going into WrestleMania, retaining the titles. And now that the titles aren't on the line, it pretty much guarantees that the New Day are going to walk out of WrestleMania as the Tag Team Champions. Then we can get to Monday Night Raw. Then you can debut Enzo and Cass. Then you can have them win the Tag Team titles. And just like the women's division, which needs to be turned upside down and give us something fresh and exciting, the WWE Tag Team titles and the division would be turned upside down. New champions, New Day, held it for over a year. Enzo and Cass, hottest tag team in WWE if you ask me. No better way and no better feud to kick off the reset for WWE following WrestleMania than Enzo and Cass and the New Day. I think those promos between two teams would be fucking amazing. And Enzo and Cass, after what we've seen at Roadblock, are more than ready for the WWE main roster. Enzo and Cass, after WrestleMania weekend on Monday Night Raw, will be, my prediction, the new tag team champions. The United States Championship, how the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Ryback versus Kalisto. The United States Championship means nothing to anybody anymore. Seriously. I can make a fucking United States Championship out of construction paper, and it would mean more to the WWE than the current title held by Kalisto. Honestly, this title means nothing. John Cena has done so much work for the United States Championship, and WWE pretty much did this to John Cena and his work for the United States Championship. They gave it to Del Rio, they gave it to Kalisto, they gave it back to Del Rio, back to Kalisto again. Give me the fucking United States title. I'd make it worth more than what these two guys are fucking doing, especially Ryback. There's a reason why Ryback is not getting any ovation, not getting any reaction on Monday Night Raw. The guy's boring. The guy is boring. The guy's went through so many wardrobe changes. The guy's went through so many gimmick changes. One time he's a bully. Now he's feed me more again. Please, feed me more NyQuil so I could sleep through this guy's match and wake up refreshed for when it's over. This guy sucks. Ryback is awful. Now, Ryan Reeves may be a great individual, but the Ryback character has been given absolutely no favors from WWE Creative. Neither is Kalisto. Kalisto does not belong as the United States Champion. I don't know why they're pushing him single when they barely scratched the surface with the Lucha Dragons. Don't understand it. Who's going to win this match? Who gives a shit? Kalisto hopefully walks out of WrestleMania the United States Champion, but I fear Ryback is going to win the title simply because WWE has a hard-on for oiled-up steroid muscle guys. So Ryback is going to win this match, and Ryback is going to be the new United States Champion. Please, I can't even get those words out of my mouth. It's fucking making me sick. Intercontinental Championship match. Kevin Owens, Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler. Yes, I did not make a mistake there. Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Stardust, Miz, and Sin Cara. And by the way, Chris, if you're watching this, your new character with Chris Danger, Danger Dust, is fucking awesome. Want to give you a thumbs up on that for taking the risk. You cannot be successful without taking risks. And I like it. Great job there, man. Kevin Owens, Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Stardust, The Miz, and Sin Cara. Now, this is where I am going to pretty much piss off a lot of people. And I love pissing off a lot of people because I'm very opinionated. This match pisses me off. And I'll tell you why. Not everybody deserves to be on WrestleMania. Not everybody belongs on WrestleMania. Every one of these matches, the most of them, are multi-man matches. And I'm not even done with the fucking card yet. We got a multi-Divas tag team match coming up as well. Not everybody belongs on WrestleMania. I love Zack Ryder. I think he's fantastic in the ring. I love what he's doing with Mojo Rawley down in NXT with the Hype Bros. I think they're great. I love his work down there. Probably the best thing for him in years since his YouTube show. All right? Sin Cara. Really? I mean, does Sin Cara belong on WrestleMania as a singles competitor? Does Sin Cara belong in an Intercontinental Championship match? What the fuck has he done? Stardust. What has he done? Give me Cody Rhodes back, and maybe I'll think differently about having him in the match. Zack Ryder, Stardust, The Miz even, and Sin Cara do not belong in this match. If you wanted to make this match, you could have made it a fucking three-way ladder match between Kevin Owens, Dolph Ziggler, and Sami Zayn. That would have been more appropriate. Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, and Stardust, and The Miz on WrestleMania. These guys belong in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the pre-show. They do not belong on the actual 4-hour WrestleMania event. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit if you work all year. I don't give a shit if you are doing house shows every week and every day and you're away from your family 300 days a year. These guys have been given nothing of importance all year round. These guys have not been given TV time or enough TV time for the audience to really be interested in their characters. They haven't been given enough TV time for the audience to really care about these guys winning. Sin Cara is not winning this match. Stardust is not winning this match. The Miz is not winning this match. Zack Ryder is not winning this match. They are nothing but placeholders because the WWE has so many goddamn injuries that they don't know what to do. Seriously, if you wanted to give us a Money in the Bank, which I stated earlier, then I would be okay with these guys being in Money in the Bank because it's a WWE Championship match, it's a contract, anybody can win it, it's up for grabs. I would be more prone to seeing those guys in that type of match than fighting for an IC title held by Kevin Owens when they have absolutely nothing to do with the storyline, the build, or the title itself. They haven't even had anything to do with Kevin Owens at all. So why are they in this match? And that, creatively, to me, pisses me off. Who's going to win this match? Kevin Owens is going to win this match. There's no way he's losing it. Why? Because the money feud going into SummerSlam is going to be Sami Zayn as the babyface, chasing Kevin Owens, the heel, for the title, and Sami Zayn is going to be your new IC champion by SummerSlam when all is said and done. Kevin Owens will win this match. Going to be a decent match. There's going to be risk. It's going to be high flying. It's going to be great. But down to it, does it make sense? Is it logical? No. Not everybody belongs on WrestleMania. WrestleMania is for the important storylines, builds, feuds, and characters on TV. The Dudleys versus the Usos, this match, most of these guys in this match, the League of Nations, these Divas fucking multi-man matches, they all belong on the pre-show. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal on the pre-show. Doesn't need to be at WrestleMania. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho, rumored. That's going to be a fantastic match. I love the way WWE has been handling Chris Jericho. I love what they're doing with his character. I love how WWE is booking AJ Styles. It's been great so far. And I think AJ Styles obviously is going to come out on top. And I think big things are in store for AJ Styles. He's going to get the one over on Chris Jericho once and for all. And it's going to be a match. Now, if WWE wants to give me some type of stipulation here, 30-minute Iron Man match, submission match, something along those lines, it'll make the match even better. This could potentially steal the show. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho. Going to be great at Mania. AJ Styles is going to win it. And finally, a multi-Divas tag team match. Who's in the match? I don't give a shit. It doesn't belong on the show anyway. That is your WrestleMania preview and predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed it right here on the Danger Zone. If you want more content, my channel link will be down in the description. Thanks to Chris and Michelle, as always, for a great job with the Danger Zone. Glad to be a part of it. Glad to contribute my podcasts and my WWE thoughts and knowledge to the show. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the Danger Zone as well. More great content to come. And until then, WrestleMania is 1 week away, man. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below in the comments. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know. I'm JD. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys after WrestleMania 32.